Hello, one and all. This is Luckless Lovelocks, and welcome back to Cultist Simulator as the aspirant Luckless Lovelocks continues his quest into exploring the unknown of his mind and of this city we find ourselves in. Speaking of exploring, we've got a few options for what to do to explore next. We can explore Moreland's shop to see if we can find any interesting books. We could explore this occult scrap, which could open up new locations in the city. I think probably I'm going to explore Moreland's shop first. Let's see what happens. And it's going to require a cost. So we can use money now. Oh, that's neat. It actually highlights the thing that we can use. Oh, it's when we click on the cost that it shows us. That's neat. All right, let's do that. It says, explore the city with health or followers. Explore locations or investigate the possibilities of lore. Exploration is often unpredictable. Can we explore this lore? No. So we're going to throw some money in here. We got all of this money from an inheritance from someone in the hospital that saw potential in us before he passed. Takes time to sort the gold from the dross, the wheat from the chaff, the blood from the water. If I buy enough books, I'll find something interesting. All right, let's start. That's going to take 30 seconds. We're working our first day at Glover & Glover with extra diligence. We are clearing our mind of this dread using our contentment, which was going to expire, so it's good that we use that. But we still have some things to study. We can't study Watchman's Secret because we need some additional lore to study it with. We can study the Glimmering, I believe. But we need two. We need two Glimmering to gain passion, I believe. So that's out of the question for now. Unless, no. Can we study this? If I propose to learn anything, I wouldn't be reading this stuff. Read sentimental literature. I don't think I've tried this before. That's an option. I think I'd like to study the notes on a possible collaborator. Have a name, a description, a few tantalizing details. But there are 1,000 faces in this city. See if we can find one that might want to join us in our pursuit of the unknown. And another day is passing, of course. So this is going to come up first. The sun still moves, the wind still walks. My journals are the labyrinth clue. My journals are the labyrinth clue. Okay. So we lost both of those cards. Contentment and dread. And we can dream again. We can dream about the passion. Or sorry, the temptation enlightenment. Should I dedicate myself to my purpose or focus my efforts elsewhere? So if you guys remember, this said that you can win an enlightenment victory if you upgrade it far enough. Dreaming about it might advance or change it. So it's kind of saying, do we want to go down this path of enlightenment or do we want to try something different? And get an early night. Get into sleep. I'm curious to find out what's going to happen if we do this. So let's meditate on my goal of unearthly knowledge. Reflection. Should I dedicate myself to my effort or focus my efforts elsewhere? Oh, I see. It is looking for... It says, dedicate myself with the lore of the principle I seek or focus my efforts elsewhere. It's the same thing. And you noticed which cards popped up there. Watchman's Secret, Passion, Health, an Occult Scrap, Vitality. They're all options. Secret, so we can meditate on secret histories. Dedicate myself to the pursuit of knowledge. Damn. That seems like the way to go. Passion. Perhaps power is the more compelling goal. My goal is power now. So we're deciding what our goal is almost. My goal is sensation now. Not money. I mean, obviously this is the most tempting thing to try out, so I'll dedicate myself to the pursuit of knowledge. I like this idea. 5.4 seconds on finding a potential collaborator. 60 seconds on the stream. And then we're also searching, we're adding to our library. 5 seconds. Another day is going to pass. Oh, shoot. A trembling in the air. The sun flickers like a shadow. Dreams ripple behind the surface of mirrors. I must be careful not to drift from the waking world. Fascination may provoke visions. So it's looking to grab a fascination. Light leaks through the cracks. My mind is brighter than it ever was. The higher I rise, the more I see. I'm trying to remember, was this a fascination? This is a temptation. So we have no fascination. So likely, unless something occurs to create a fascination, which could provoke a vision, which I don't think I've seen before, this is just going to go by and I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Sometimes, like, it sounds like it could be bad for it to suck up a fascination, but because it says, I must be careful not to drift from the waking world. But that could be, you know, we're looking to do weird things in this game. So let's see how that plays out. But right now we can't do anything with it. Ah. And now I have an address. I'll dispatch a letter and propose a meeting. Talk is unlocked. Mystique. We got a card, Mystique. They remember who I am. Mystique may attract the attention of hunters. They can't use it to build a case against you, but it will encourage them to look harder. Reputation. Many fear their reputation, few their conscience. So there's some interest. We're starting to gain a bit of a reputation, and people are taking interest in us. And this lasts for 300 seconds. Just pop this up here. And it spawned a new action, acquaintance. Await an answer to a letter. And we've got study unlocked. I don't think I can study this. I don't think I can use this with anything yet. Unlock books and other treasures. We need a second glimmering to create a passion. We could study passion, though. We want to, I think. Sentimental literature. But also, we explored Moreland's shop. And we found something noteworthy. On the White. Solomon Husher writes, perhaps allegorically, of winter and its long, slow, doomed romance with the sun. The epigraph is sunset at noon. And I think we can study this, right? On closer investigation, the work seems to be a theory of aesthetics, perhaps a set of warnings about the dangers of painting. Huh. What aspects did it have? Has aspect text. Books are the memory which does not die. Auctionable. I might be able to auction this, although value at auction is always uncertain. I wonder if that's something we can do as work. Not sure. I am interested in seeing what happens if we study passion, but at the same time, I want to keep this because passion can often be used with things to enhance them. So maybe that's not the best idea. Let's study this book. And explore. I want to explore this occult scrap. So we're looking for places in the city where we can find extraordinary things. If I can sift the clues out of history and rumor. See if we can find a new location to explore. Our job's about to come up, and we're also... Oh, wait. We can start this. 30 seconds away from the letter that we sent. Waiting for a response from the letter that we sent. One thing to note is our vitality is about to expire in 44 seconds, so it'd be nice to be able to use that for something. A promotion! Aha! Mr. Alden, the supervisor of records, has called me into his office to recognize my diligence. I watch the mole on his neck as he talks, and talks, and talks. But at the end of it, I have a promotion. My new position is better paid, and the desk stands by the street window, but I work directly for Mr. Alden now. Mr. Alden is known to be exacting. That's a position. A position in records under Mr. Alden. I earn a little more, I stay a little later. So I guess that means that it's going to take us longer to complete our job. You'll notice that this expires actually in 54.9 seconds. That means that we need to work this job. If we don't, we could lose it. If you don't attend this job regularly, you might suffer a demotion. Annoyance. Isn't that the truth? Here's a thorn in my side. I may yet find a way to remove it. Job. Okay, so I think we got some more funds too. I couldn't really tell, but that would make sense, right? We just worked our job, so we should get funds from it. Is there anything else we want to work at? We could try passion. Try painting. Now, I believe this book said something about oh yeah. Closer investigation. The work seems to be a theory of aesthetics, or perhaps a set of warnings about the dangers of painting. So maybe after we study this, we could do a painting and see how that turns out. In the meantime, let's just work the job again, continue making money. Because as you notice, we had to use money to investigate Morland's shop because we don't have anyone to investigate it for us. We don't have any followers. So we need to keep making funds not only to survive, but also to investigate things. Kind of further the game along. Oh, here we go. Mr. Alden has taken an interest in me. Mr. Alden is very particular. Mr. Alden likes things done just so. And Mr. Alden has never believed that I am qualified for this position. Well, we're going to show him. We're about to get a response from our letter. The reply to your letter is courteous, if cautious. They are intrigued by how you found their name. Intrigued enough to meet you. Tristan, an acquaintance. Oh, he's blinking at us. That's awesome. Tristan dislikes distractions. Tristan gets things done. You might be able to recruit this acquaintance as a follower. Aspect acquaintance. And mortal. The long habit of living indisposes us for dying. I'm going to struggle with some of these words. There's no doubt. I already have, and I will continue to struggle with some of them throughout the game. Can we interrogate, intimidate, beguile, instruct, and recruit? Here's someone I might work with. Here is someone I might work with, a companion or a follower. But first, I must give them something to follow, a society, a sodality, an order, a cult. Found a mystical organization. Okay, let's start. This might be the beginnings of our cult. Everything's working, so I'm gonna fast forward. Hello. Choose founding principles, tradition and compulsion, old, new, or both together. Add lore to determine your cult's founding principles. It says, what do we seek? A doctrine. It looks like there's nothing we can use there yet. It requires something of aspect lore. The only thing that we have that is that aspect is being used here, right? Watchman's Secret. So we could found our cult on this, on the Watchman's Secret if we want to. We found, it says, I have begun my true work. The authorities will take an interest in it. I must be ready for them. You've begun to establish your cult. It will need a little more before you can recruit followers. We got this notoriety, which kind of goes along with this mystique. They remember what I've done. Notoriety may allow hunters to build a case against you. Kind of similar to Mystique. They remember who I am. So they remember who I am and what I've done. Mystique may attract the attention of hunters. They can't use it to build a case against you, but it will encourage them to look harder. And then this will allow hunters to build a case against you. I'm not too familiar with how hunters work. Reputation 2. So we have 3 reputation, I guess, built up because we've got two cards that have aspect reputation. One of them has 2, the other one has 1. I'm still not sure what these numbers mean yet. There's still a lot I'm learning about this game, and I've only scratched the surface, like, for sure. So can we do this again? Recruit a new follower. Once you've established a cult, use talk with the cult to recruit an acquaintance to your cult's rank. So we can't recruit him yet. This will just have to, this talk will have to stay unused until we can do that. Building a little circle here. A little semicircle. Okay, so we're still waiting for a bunch of stuff to expire. We're studying on the white. We're dreaming about the pursuit of knowledge, light's dedication. Choose founding. So this is just what's going to happen here is this is going to keep cycling through every 30 seconds until we place a doctrine in here to found our cult with. Oh shoot, that doesn't look good. So we've dreamt about a Watchman's Secret. I have spoken the words. Each hour has its color, but color exists only where there is light. I will go where there is light, though it bleach me to glass. I've advanced a step towards a terrible ascension. We got our lore back. Oh, and we've found a dedication. Enlightenment. Actually, sorry, we had that before, right? I've dedicated myself to the pursuit of higher understanding. I must see beneath the skin. So this is something that we can use in here if we want to. Or sorry, it's a Watchman's Secret that we can use because that's lore. So let me just see what happens. It says, an occult society dedicated to the understanding of the light that leaks from a fiercer place. I'm going to hold off on this because I want to see if I can find some, maybe I can find some additional lore before we commit to that, to see if we can, because that's what I did when I played a bit on stream. I want to see if I can found a different type of cult. But this expired. The world as it is. Mirrors are calm. The sun is steady. The glory recedes. I am sane, if that means anything. No fascination drives your visions. It's over for now. We got a consciousness of radiance and a fleeting memory. Consciousness of radiance says, there is a light behind the world, a light above the mansus, a light that penetrates both glass and skin. It is present here. A second order influence apparent to the perceptive, instantly recognizable to an adept. This can be used in some rites to summon minions. Oh, that's awesome. Moment in time, in another moment, it'll be gone. I believe we could use these with study. I'm not sure. I want to see if studying this will give us some lore. So we're still searching out a new location. When time passed, it spawned this. Exotic cravings. What hungers drive me? Deeper urges. Grabs a card to fill its void. So if we have a card with aspect, the marks of shaping, marks of delight, or marks of light, it would, this exotic cravings event would grab it. So if we have like an obsession, we don't have them yet though. So I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. I guess it depends on what card it grabs. Different events will occur. It could be good or bad, I think. What does it say for marks of shaping? I may seek immortality and power in the hour called the Forge of Days. Her touch brings particular appetites and marks. The marks of delight says, I may seek immortality and delight. It's the same thing. Okay. All the same. So I guess we don't really have to worry about this unless some other event occurs to that will give us an obsession. Then it'll be dragged in. Now, what is this? Season of Serenities. Tomorrow may be a better day. Oh shoot, we lost our I can't remember what it's called. Vitality, I think. We lost that, so we were not able to take advantage of that, unfortunately. So we finished studying the book. Husher writes distractedly of his hatred of colors and his yearning for death. He hints at a great work he has envisaged or begun, where the palest of paintings will enthrall the world. He returns again and again to certain compelling phrases, which he claims are the secret words of winter. A sexton's secret. Oh, nice. It's aspect lore. Certain knowledge, it is said, can be expressed only through the particular quality of silence. It has been suggested that one can only read such knowledge with one's eyes closed, but only by mischievous commentators. This is in a write with a corpse. Use this in a write with a corpse and edge aspect, and the corpse will rise. What? Principle of silence of endings. Not quite dead. Okay, so can we... I don't think we can use that in here, can we? We can. Okay, so now we can found... That sounds so intriguing. So we've got two options to choose for our founding principles. A Watchman's Secret. Each hour has its colors, but color exists only where there is light. I'm gonna pick this because last time I picked A Watchman's Secret. Pray with a corpse. This sounds very interesting. Establish the Children of Silence. An occult society dedicated to the silence that comes and the cold that ends. Okay. And we also, looks like we found a new location. This place merits closer investigation. The Forgotten Mithraeum? Curiosity seekers have picked over this ancient temple, but there may be a hidden door here somewhere. It's a vault. It's in the capital and location. What does it take to explore this? Because I know it's interesting. The first time that I played this, I actually got it was like a hospital to explore, like an insane asylum. So this is random. So we'll need an expedition. So we need a leader, an assistant, and funds in order to pay for this expedition. So we need followers in order to actually explore this area, which was the same thing with the hospital. So I'm going to continue exploring the shop. We're working, so we have funds coming in. Let's see if we can find some more lore. And now that we're about to found our cult, we can maybe get some followers to send to explore Moreland's shop instead of using money. The fleeting memory. Can we study? We can't study the acquaintance. Consciousness of radiance. A right. We can't really perform any rites right now. Just gonna put this acquaintance down by the talk. Action. We don't have additional lore to study with the Watchman's Secret. Can we study the glimmering with this? No. We just need additional glimmering. Wasn't it passion that we used? I think if we study passion, we might be able to get another glimmering. Let's see what happens. And dreaming. Direction for my dreams are trouble to recover from. We don't need to dream about funds because we don't have any dread. I've gone as far as I can in dream. I must perform the work. Okay. This is a dedication. So maybe we can use this in the work action. I'm going to try dreaming of health to see what happens. We haven't done that yet. Oops, I didn't commit. I'm really curious to find out what's going to happen when we establish the Children of Silence. So this is just constantly cycling. I'm not sure when it will actually expire. Oh, there it is. It grabbed this dedication. That's right, because we were using it in the dream. Oh man. Desire and marks of light. The Watchman's light. Even in waking hours, I have begun to see new colors. This sounds like it could be a good thing. So this went. So we started with our lore. Our purpose demands we recognize truths that chill the spirit. I must give of myself. Okay. So this is what we're gonna get. We're gonna get Children of Silence and Sexton's Secret. It's looking for reason. So we're gonna give to our cult. We're gonna give our reason. Jeez. Okay. That's scary. Meanwhile, we're working, and Mr. Alden's asking us to work overtime. I do not believe that you have properly understood the importance of our work here. This task will require your full attention. Add reason to satisfy Mr. Alden. Fortunately, we've already used it. So I don't know what it means if we don't add that extra attention. But we don't really have an option right now. Aha, maybe we'll get something here. The Watchman's light. My curiosity is becoming a physical need. My eyes will be thresholds. It is almost time to perform the work and begin the changes, but I must have enough lantern aspect. Exploration might find more. Nice. Restlessness. A restless longing has me. I feel that I want to do something. What exactly? Forge, influence, lantern, and grail. Unfortunately, I can't use this on anything right now, so it's just gonna sit here. Oh, we can speak of esoteric matters. Talking publicly about the invisible arts will attract attention. Perhaps that's what I want. So let's see what happens if we speak of a watchman's secret. We don't really have anything else to do with that action, so we might as well try. And we've explored Moreland's shop again. I found something noteworthy. We found The Burning of the Unburnt God. Compiled by J. Wigglesworth Jensen from Oral Traditions in Rural Persia. Auctionable again. I don't... Yeah. So maybe we can bribe the guy. So this is something that we could study. Maybe find some more lore. I think I'm going to hang on to my money for now. I don't want to burn through it because I don't know what's going to happen. So let's wait till we found our cult. My first recruit. A cult with one member is only an unusual habit. I must have a recruit. Well, we only have one choice, Tristan. So he's going to be our first recruit. Let's see what happens if we don't work this overtime. I would like to say that I am disappointed, but my expectations of you were already low. I have no choice but to withhold a portion of your pay. You may go, but be punctual tomorrow, please. So we only got 1 coin instead of 2. So if we had worked overtime, we would have gotten 2. Okay. Now, we have 60 seconds before we have to work the job again, so we could do something else. We can work out our dedication. Earn a living or practice the invisible arts. Know and power. We don't have any knows. We do have powers. What's a know? Through the stag door. In my dreams, I found the way to the stag door, sometimes called the Horn Gate or the Adept's Door. I have answered its riddle and am counted among the know. So we're going to need to dream to get to this know. And then we can use it with restlessness or consciousness of radiance, which are going to expire, unfortunately, in order to work at this dedication of enlightenment. Oh, Grail aspect. That's lantern. There's our Grail. So we'd want to work with this. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get there before these expire. Maybe I should wait, though, because you never know what's going to happen. I might be able to get there. Maybe this will unlock something. I don't know. So let's see what... Let's just wait to work, because we might be able to work on this dedication. Time's about to pass. Of course, usually this spawns like some kind of random event. A pleasant day. This morning there is a spring in my step. I'm not sure why. Might get some contentment through that. We read some sentimental literature. I've passed the time. I have been inclined to tears and afterwards inclined to laughter. Meanwhile, the world continues. Ah, so we did. We got our passion back, and we got a second glimmering. So we've got 20 seconds to use these two glimmerings. Feed my imagination. The tigers of wrath are wiser than the horses of instruction. If I spend time studying what I've learned, I could increase my passion and gain a skill. Yes, we're going to do that. And also, we finished dreaming an early night. We dreamt about health. We get a fleeting memory. Sometimes I have dreamt of a tall woman in a sand-colored coat who stands at the foot of my bed, smiling as she watches me sleep. In that dream, she turns her head with the swiftness of a bird, and her fingers flex like talons. Do not think I dreamt of her last night. If I had, I could not have slept so soundly. Fleeting memory. Shoot. Is that... So what is... Secret histories, moth, influence. Still don't have a no. 16 seconds. Looks like that's not going to happen. We're going to lose that restlessness. Okay. I can't dream about this anymore. We dreamt about health, but we haven't dreamt about... We haven't dreamt about passion, have we? I know this dream. A road crests a hilltop, and the air is silver bright. We're about to get another passion. What are we looking at for a job? I better hang on to this in case we need it for something. It's passion. I should probably work then. Keep the money coming in. I really wish I could use restlessness on something, but it looks like it's not going to happen. We can use the passion with work if we have to do overtime. Okay, we're about to found our cult in 10 seconds. Exciting. Five cards. I have founded my cult. This is a step to greater power. Use your cult to recruit and promote followers. Talk with followers about your cult to send them out on cult business. Ah, we've lost that action. The Children of Silence. It begins. We've got a temporary headquarters. Sexton's Secret. Put this down here. And our first recruit. Children of Silence. An occult society dedicated to the silence that comes, the cold that ends. You can use cults with the talk verb to recruit or promote followers and to send them out on errands to gather resources. A believer can be promoted to a disciple. A few gifted disciples can be exalted even higher to a condition of lethal silence. Aspect Veneration Winter. This organization venerates the principle called Winter, which we call upon in the name of the sun in rags and the horned axe, among others. This is appropriate for me because I live in Canada, so definitely has the aspect of winter. Our business is private. We could use somewhere more secret. So we need to find a permanent headquarters. And I believe this is a lore. Sexton's Secret. Certain knowledge, it is said, can be expressed only through the particular quality of a silence. It suggested that one can only read such knowledge with one's eyes, because we read this before, right? Enter. So these are our two pieces of... No, where's our other lore? Did we use it up? I guess it's the only lore that we have right now. This is our desire. This is like our victory condition. It's really hard to keep track of all the different types of cards. Put this here. Our lore is going to be here. So many things, but we have our cult established. The Children of Silence, our first follower. He dislikes distractions. Tristan likes results. And we're going to see what we can do with our cult on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for now. And I love you all, my children.